There's a conversation that every man over 60 should have had by now, but almost no one is having it. Not in the doctor's office, not over dinner with friends, not even in quiet moments of reflection. It's a direct, serious, yet deeply necessary conversation about something most men avoid until it becomes a real problem. The prostate. That small gland that quietly sits beneath the bladder, often ignored, often misunderstood, until it starts stealing your sleep, your comfort, your confidence. Most men don't talk about it. Some doctors don't even bring it up unless it's already too late. But that ends today. I'm Dr. Anna, a board-certified urologist with over 30 years of experience helping men age with strength, clarity, and dignity. I've sat across from thousands of patients, fathers, grandfathers, husbands, and I can tell you with certainty, prostate issues are not a minor inconvenience. They are a silent disruptor of daily life. But I've also seen something else. That small, simple changes in your daily routine can make an enormous difference. And today, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful habits that science confirms can protect your prostate and possibly change the trajectory of your health after 60. If you're over 60, or if you care about someone who is, I invite you to stay with me until the end. One of these 5 habits may completely surprise you. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and it's not a pill. But it could be the one thing that keeps you sleeping through the night, walking with more ease, and avoiding painful or even dangerous prostate conditions down the line. These are habits you can start today, and they might just protect your future in ways you never expected. Let's take a moment to understand what we're dealing with. The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut, that sits just below the bladder and wraps around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of your body. It plays a vital role in producing the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. But starting around age 50, it begins to enlarge. And while this growth is often benign, it can cause big problems. The condition is called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, over half of men between the ages of 51 and 60 already show signs of it. After age 70, more than 80% of men experience it. As the prostate enlarges, it compresses the urethra. This creates a frustrating cascade of symptoms: weaker urine flow, the feeling of incomplete emptying, trouble starting to urinate, and those exhausting nighttime trips to the bathroom. Here's the kicker. Most men assume this is just aging, but that's not entirely true. Recent studies show there are natural, lifestyle-based strategies that can reduce the impact of BPH, even prevent or reverse it. That's what we'll explore next. The first habit is deceptively simple, but it holds the power to ease one of the most frustrating symptoms of prostate enlargement. It's strategic hydration, not just drinking more water, but drinking it at the right times in the right way. Many men assume they're drinking enough, but what I often see is this. They go hours without a sip, then gulp down a large glass before bed, and spend the entire night getting up to pee. Here's the truth. As we age, our thirst response declines. By the time you feel thirsty, dehydration has already begun, and that has consequences for your prostate. Without enough water, your urine becomes concentrated and acidic. It irritates the bladder, inflames the prostate, and leads to more urgency, more frequency, and less restful sleep. Worse, it creates a feedback loop. The inflammation causes symptoms, the symptoms disrupt sleep, and the poor sleep leads to higher inflammation the next day. But there's a way to break this cycle. In a large study published in the Journal of Urology, researchers tracked over 2,000 men aged 60 and older. Those who followed a front-loaded hydration strategy, drinking water steadily through the morning and afternoon, and reducing fluid intake after 6 p.m., saw a 41% decrease in nighttime urination and symptoms related to incomplete bladder emptying. The impact was dramatic, the application is simple. Start your day with a full glass of water. Keep a bottle with you and sip slowly, not all at once. After dinner, reduce your intake. Not completely, but enough to give your body a chance to process fluids before bedtime. This small shift costs nothing, yet it can drastically reduce bladder irritation and improve your sleep quality. It's a foundational habit. one that seems minor, but when done daily, it builds a powerful defense for your prostate health, one glass at a time. The second habit is something you can start doing today. No pills, no clinics, just your 2 feet. It's a light walk after meals. Most men think of walking as something you do for the heart, the legs, or maybe your waistline. But very few realize how powerful post-meal movement is for the prostate. After you eat, your body shifts its energy toward digestion. And during this time, light movement helps stimulate blood flow in the pelvic region. That circulation sends oxygen, nutrients, and anti-inflammatory compounds directly to the prostate, helping it heal and function more effectively. But there's more. Walking after meals also stabilizes blood sugar, which is vital because men with diabetes or insulin resistance are far more likely to suffer from prostate enlargement and urinary symptoms. High blood sugar leads to systemic inflammation, and inflammation is one of the root causes of prostate discomfort and dysfunction. In a study conducted by the School of Medicine at the University of São Paulo, researchers followed men over 65 who made one small change: walking for just 15 minutes after lunch and dinner each day. The result? A 35% lower risk of developing moderate to severe BPH symptoms, including urgency, weak stream, and nighttime urination, and all from walking. You don't need a fancy route or a gym membership. Just walk around the block, the garden, your hallway, or even in place if needed. What matters is consistency, not intensity. Gentle movement after meals calms inflammation, supports hormone regulation, and delivers direct benefits to your prostate health. Over time, this habit becomes one of your most reliable defenses. It may not seem like much, but trust me, walking after meals is medicine disguised as movement. The third habit might surprise you, or even make you a little uncomfortable. But it's time we talk openly, because this is one of the most powerful natural ways to protect your prostate. I'm talking about regular sexual activity. Yes, from a medical perspective, maintaining consistent sexual release is one of the most overlooked tools for prostate health. Let me explain why. The prostate is a gland that produces part of the fluid in semen. When there's no release for long periods, fluid builds up. Along with it, dead cells, waste byproducts, and inflammatory substances can accumulate inside the prostate. This stagnant buildup causes pressure, irritation, and chronic inflammation, all of which contribute to the very symptoms so many men want to avoid. But here's the science. A landmark study from the Harvard School of Public Health, published in European Urology, followed over 10,000 men for nearly 20 years. The results were clear. Men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those with less frequent release. That's not a fluke. That's a biological detox mechanism in action. Regular sexual activity, whether through intimacy with a partner or self-stimulation, promotes circulation in the pelvic region, improves muscle tone around the prostate, reduces stress hormones, and triggers the release of endorphins. All of this supports hormonal balance and helps lower prostate inflammation. Still, many older men avoid this topic out of shame or outdated beliefs. But here's the truth. This isn't about ego or youth, it's about prostate function. Maintaining sexual activity after 60 is not only natural, it's protective. If you have concerns, physical limitations, or emotional blocks, talk to your urologist. There are solutions. But ignoring this part of your health does far more harm than good. Gentle, regular sexual activity is a habit that heals. Don't let embarrassment rob you of its benefits. Before we move on to the next habit, if you found this video helpful so far, go ahead and click that like button. It really supports our channel. And if this is your first time watching, consider subscribing to Senior Vital Health. We're here to give men over 60 practical, science-backed advice that doctors often don't say out loud. You deserve to know how to protect your health naturally, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. The fourth habit may be something you do every single day, but possibly without the right intention. I'm talking about eating, not just for energy or pleasure, but as a form of targeted prostate protection. Because the truth is, what you put on your plate can either quietly support your prostate health or slowly inflame it. Let's start with one of the most powerful compounds for prostate protection, lycopene. Lycopene is a natural antioxidant found in red fruits, especially cooked tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. It helps reduce oxidative stress and inflammation within prostate tissue, and the impact is backed by strong science. A study published in the International Journal of Cancer found that men who ate cooked tomatoes at least twice a week had a 28% lower risk of developing prostate cancer. That's a habit anyone can adopt, just by tossing tomato paste into soups or roasting a few slices with olive oil. Then there's zinc, a mineral critical for regulating hormones and maintaining prostate structure. Foods like pumpkin seeds, cashews, and oysters are rich in zinc and should be part of your weekly meals. Zinc isn't just a men's health buzzword. It actively helps your body process testosterone properly, which is essential for keeping the prostate in balance. And don't overlook the power of cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. These foods contain sulforaphane, a plant compound that enhances your body's detoxability and supports healthy cell function in the prostate. They're like the cleanup crew for your body, preventing the buildup of harmful toxins and protecting your DNA from damage. What does a prostate protective plate actually look like? Think colorful. Roasted tomatoes, steamed greens, a side of grilled salmon or tofu, sprinkled with pumpkin seeds. Add a cup of green tea, and you're giving your prostate a powerful anti-inflammatory message. You don't have to become a nutritionist overnight. Just be intentional with one meal a day. Build from there. Because when it comes to long-term prostate health, your fork is a tool, not just for eating, but for healing. The fifth and final habit may surprise you. It doesn't require food, supplements, or even movement, just a good night's rest. But not just any rest. I'm talking about deep, uninterrupted regenerative sleep. The kind of sleep that repairs tissues, balances hormones, and silently protects your prostate while you dream. Let's break it down. During deep sleep, particularly in the non-REM restorative phases, your body releases critical hormones like melatonin and growth hormone. These are not just sleep-related chemicals. They're part of your body's repair crew. Melatonin, for example, has been shown to possess anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, specifically within the prostate. Growth hormone supports tissue renewal, reduces systemic inflammation, and strengthens immune surveillance, all of which play a direct role in keeping prostate cells healthy and stable. On the flip side, poor or shallow sleep raises cortisol, disrupts testosterone rhythms, and increases inflammatory markers that silently degrade prostate tissue over time. And this isn't just theoretical. A long-term study published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention followed over 2,400 men for nearly a decade. The results were striking. Men who experienced chronic sleep disturbances had nearly twice the risk of developing aggressive forms of prostate cancer. But here's the good news. Sleep is a free medicine. To get its full benefits, prioritize a calm sleep routine. Start by creating a dark, cool bedroom with no screens an hour before bed. Avoid heavy meals or alcohol in the evening, and stick to a consistent schedule, even on weekends. Deep sleep isn't a luxury. It's one of your most powerful tools for longevity. Every night you sleep well, your prostate benefits. It's that simple and that profound. So now you've seen the full picture. 5 habits, simple, natural, and backed by real science, that can change the way your body ages, starting with something often overlooked: your prostate. From sipping water with intention, to walking with purpose, to honoring your body's needs through intimacy, food, and rest. Each habit may seem small on its own, but together they form a daily rhythm of healing, a quiet shield that protects you from the inside out. And here's what I want you to remember: you're not powerless. Aging does not mean surrendering your health. It means listening more carefully to your body and giving it what it needs before it has to beg you for attention. Each of these 5 habits can restore comfort, strength, and dignity to your daily life. Not just for yourself, but for the people who love you. For the son who still needs your advice. For the wife who wants more time together. For the version of you that still wants to wake up strong